can't get out unless you kill someone. My mind and body were completely entwined by those words. Fear and anxiety seeped into me, spreading until they had taken complete control. I could feel the room's intense atmosphere pressing down menacingly upon my shoulders. It was all I could do to bear the weight of it. That ominous air was shattered by the blunt force of her words. So what are you going to do now?
Ne.
We're just going to stand here, staring at each other? The harsh bite of her words was directed at everyone in the room, and like a cold shower, those words yanked us back into reality. Ah, yes, of course. There are times when we must push forward, no matter how frightening or uncomfortable the situation may be. How could I have forgotten something so fundamental and deeply ashamed? Would someone be so kind as to hit me? I cannot forgive myself. Hit me, I beg of you.
Huh?
If you got enough energy to make all that goddamn noise, how about you move your ass instead? And what specifically is our quest, Master? We're going to look for a way out of here. While we're at it, let's find whoever is driving that weird-ass teddy bear and beat the crap out of him. But first, shouldn't we check our electro IDs? I think it'd be best if we looked over the rules Monokuma mentioned before moving around too much. Ah, yes. We wouldn't want our ignorance to invite another spectacle like the one we just witnessed. Then, let's do it. I powered up my electro ID, and the first thing that appeared was my name. Looks like Monokuma was telling the truth about that. From the menu that displayed next, I pressed the button labeled School Rules. And there on the screen appeared a bullet point list of the regulations we were expected to follow. Students are to live out their lives together exclusively within the academy indefinitely. 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. is designated nighttime. Be aware that certain areas are off limits during this time. Sleep is permitted in dorm rooms. Deliberate use of any other room will be treated as sleeping in class. You may investigate Hope Academy freely. No limitations have been placed on your actions. Violence against the headmaster, Monokuma, is forbidden, and as is destruction of surveillance cameras. The villain who kills one of his companions will graduate provided his crime is not betrayed. Additional rules may be appended to this list if deemed necessary. Starting to feel a little vertigo, I turned my head away from the screen. I glanced around the room and saw the same sullen expression on everyone's face. What the fuck is this shit? Like I'm gonna let myself be pushed around by some dumbass rules. Then why don't you just continue on your merry way and pretend the rules don't exist? I, personally, am rather curious to know what the penalty is for violating one. Were he to do that, Master Mondo would have no extra lives remaining. When I was still a twerp, my big bro always used to get on my case about how a man keeps his promises even in death.
So?
I've still got promises I ain't done keeping. So if there ain't a chance in hell, I'm dying now. I can't say I understand, but either way. Can we take that to mean you'll be following the rules then? Yeah, I guess so. I have a question. Rule number 6 here. What do you think it means? The villain who kills one of his companions will graduate, provided his crime is not betrayed. You mean the part that says, provided his crime is not betrayed to the other students? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. If you want to graduate, You just have to kill in such a way that nobody finds out it was you. What? Why? Don't concern yourself with the why. Just follow the rules you've been given. That's all you need to know. People who need their hands held to accomplish anything have no right to ask questions. Such poignant words. You mean pointed? Anyway, enough with all this stupid murder stuff. We know the rules. So can we start looking around now? What exactly are we? Is there any way out? Do we have provisions and supplies? There's a mountain of questions I need answered. Hell yeah. Let's get this show on the road. I'm going alone. Say what? Is there anything wrong with your head? Like, seriously, why would you do that? Someone in this room is probably already plotting their way out of here. You can expect me to let any of you get anywhere near me? Wait, nobody here. You can't be so sure of that. Nor are you. Just look at how scared you all were when Monokuma explained graduation. Or was that something else? I am going to do what I want to do. Quit your bitching. You ain't going anywhere. Be gone, Plankton. What's that supposed to mean? You are but one individual plankton, drifting through a vast ocean. Try as you might, you're not but the tiniest, most inconsequential of existences. That doesn't make sense to me. Sounds like someone wants his teeth kicked in. Stop it, guys, please. Fighting isn't going to solve anything. Well, aren't you just a little sweet talker? You think you're some kind of teacher? You trying to preach at me? No, I just didn't show your trap. Bam! He hit me. And I quit. It was like straight out of a cartoon. Without warning or foreshadowing, completely out of the blue. He hit me, and I flew. I guess it must have slipped my mind the kind of people I'm dealing with. Super duper high schoolers. Around whose brand of common sense has no weight. Not a sliver of meaning. Of course, something ridiculous was going to happen. I guess it just slipped my mind. My conscience slowly drifted away, and then vanished. Dude got knocked out. When I woke up, I was... Bum, 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 bum. What? Where am I? I seem to be making a habit of waking up in unfamiliar places. Anyway, where exactly am I? You now have access to your Electro ID, which contains a wide variety of information. You can open your Electro ID by pressing a button. From there, you can view the school's rules or report card, profiles for all the students. Gonna save.